There's a secret advantage women gain that no one talks about, an invisible shift that makes them powerful in every social room they enter. And today, you're about to uncover exactly how therapy transforms women into socially untouchable forces of nature, radiating clarity, confidence, and an unshakable sense of self. As we break down the psychology behind this transformation, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss another video designed to elevate your mindset, your influence, and your entire life, because what you're about to learn will change the way you understand personal power on a whole new level. 1. Emotional mastery over reactions. Therapy helps women develop razor-sharp awareness of their emotional triggers, giving them the power to respond rather than react in any situation. As emotional control strengthens, people begin to sense a calm energy that instantly commands respect and attention. Instead of being pulled into drama, arguments, or manipulation, she stays centered and logical, which others find both intimidating and admirable. Emotional mastery creates a subtle boundary that makes it harder for anyone to push her buttons or destabilize her. This consistent emotional stability becomes a magnet for high-quality interactions while repelling chaotic people. She no longer feels threatened by criticism or judgment because she understands where her emotions come from and how to manage them. Others notice her calm tone, composed face, and grounded presence and automatically elevate their behavior around her. 2. High-value boundaries that command respect. Therapy teaches women how to build boundaries that aren't aggressive, but firm, clear, and rooted in self-worth. Instead of tolerating disrespect, she becomes someone who communicates her limits with calm authority. These boundaries make people think twice before crossing her, because they sense she knows exactly what she deserves. Over time, she stops over-explaining, people-pleasing, or seeking approval because she recognizes the power of selective access. Only emotionally mature, respectful individuals get close to her. Her presence becomes more valuable because she no longer overextends herself to gain validation. By establishing boundaries early in conversations and relationships, she prevents manipulation before it even begins. Others feel the shift; they instinctively treat her with seriousness and care. Even subtle boundary violations become easier for her to detect and reject. As she becomes consistent with enforcing her standards, people naturally adjust their behavior around her. 3. Self-validation that makes opinions powerless. Therapy teaches women how to validate their own thoughts, experiences, and emotions without relying on external approval. When she no longer depends on others to feel worthy, she becomes immune to insults, gossip, and social pressure. People sense her unshakable inner confidence and become cautious about how they approach her. Judgment no longer affects her because she recognizes that opinions are projections, not truths. Instead of shrinking in social situations, she stands tall with a certainty that cannot be influenced by negativity. Self-validation becomes a force field that removes the power others once held over her self-image. She stops chasing validation and starts attracting genuine respect. Her relationships improve because she no longer tolerates emotional manipulation disguised as feedback. She becomes emotionally grounded in her own voice. 4. Social awareness that makes her impossible to manipulate. Therapy sharpens a woman's understanding of social cues, hidden motives, and subtle power dynamics. She becomes skilled at reading tone, body language, and unspoken intentions with near-instinctual accuracy. This awareness helps her avoid toxic individuals before they have a chance to deceive or drain her. People who once manipulated her now find it impossible because she sees through their tactics instantly. Her intuition becomes sharper, more reliable, and more confident over time. She learns how to identify red flags early and exit situations without guilt or hesitation. This makes her increasingly difficult to influence or persuade through emotional pressure. Social awareness builds a layer of intelligence that shields her from deception and exploitation. People feel intimidated because they sense she cannot be lied to easily. 5. Communication skills that dominate every room. Through therapy, women learn how to communicate assertively without sounding aggressive or passive. Her words become clearer, sharper, and more intentional. She stops apologizing unnecessarily and begins expressing herself with confidence and precision. People listen more attentively because she speaks with self-assurance instead of hesitation. Assertive communication allows her to negotiate better, disagree calmly, and express needs without fear. She becomes the kind of person who can shut down disrespect with one well-structured sentence. Over time, conversations become easier because she no longer fears conflict or judgment. Instead of raising her voice, she raises her clarity, and that has more impact. People respect her because they sense she thinks before she speaks. This communication style elevates her presence and authority in any setting. 6. Detachment from drama that elevates her above others. Therapy helps women detach emotionally from unnecessary conflict, chaotic people, and draining environments. Instead of getting pulled into arguments, she learns to step back and observe from a place of calm clarity. This detachment is not coldness, it is emotional intelligence in action. People who thrive on chaos find her intimidating because she refuses to engage. This creates a natural barrier between her and individuals who seek attention, validation, or emotional reactions. She becomes someone who protects her peace at all costs. Detachment allows her to walk away from situations that once consumed her energy. Others notice her self-control and begin to treat her with heightened respect. Her calm reactions create a sense of mystery and authority. She becomes the person in the room who is stable, collected, and unfazed. 7. Identity reinforcement that makes her unshakable. Therapy guides women to explore, understand, and redefine who they truly are beneath social expectations. She develops a strong identity rooted in values rather than external validation. This clarity makes her resilient against social comparison and insecurity. People can no longer influence her sense of self because she knows exactly who she is and what she stands for. Identity reinforcement helps her walk into social spaces with unmatched inner confidence. She becomes less reactive to criticism because she knows her worth is not up for negotiation. Others feel her strength and treat her accordingly. She stops altering herself to fit in and instead attracts people who align with her authentic self. Her personality becomes solid, consistent, and grounded. She is no longer easily swayed by trends, opinions, or pressure. 8. Healing past wounds that once controlled her behavior. Therapy gives women the tools to confront emotional wounds, childhood patterns, and trauma that quietly shaped their reactions. When she heals these internal wounds, she breaks free from cycles that once held her back socially. She stops replaying old fears in new relationships. Healing gives her emotional freedom and clarity. People begin treating her differently because she no longer carries insecurity or unresolved pain into conversations. Her energy becomes lighter, calmer, and more confident. She becomes more emotionally available without being vulnerable to exploitation. By releasing old wounds, she makes space for new, healthier connections. Others sense her healed energy and respond with more respect and empathy. She stops projecting past hurt onto present situations. 9. Self-respect that forces others to level up. Therapy teaches women to treat themselves with the respect they once demanded from others. As she raises her standards, those around her must rise or fall away. People sense the shift. She no longer tolerates inconsistency, disrespect, or emotional laziness. Her presence becomes a reminder of what genuine self-worth looks like. Self-respect teaches her to protect her time, energy, and mental health. She stops chasing people and starts choosing them intentionally. This creates an environment where only emotionally mature individuals stay. Her choices become rooted in value and dignity. People speak to her differently because she speaks to herself differently. She walks into rooms with a quiet strength that others feel immediately. 10. Unbreakable confidence built from inner work. Through therapy, women build a type of confidence that isn't loud or performative but grounded and unshakable. She no longer needs to prove anything because she knows her worth from the inside out. Confidence becomes her natural state rather than something she has to fake. People feel her strength before she even speaks. She carries herself with posture, clarity, and intention. Others see her as someone who cannot be intimidated or diminished. This confidence makes her socially untouchable because she is not easily influenced by opinions, gossip, or pressure. She becomes a leader in conversations without trying to dominate. Her presence inspires admiration and respect. As her inner work continues, her confidence deepens. She becomes immune to insecurity because she knows who she is and what she brings to the table. And that's exactly how therapy transforms women into socially untouchable forces who walk through life with clarity, power, confidence, and emotional stability that no one can shake, because when you do the inner work, the outer world shifts in your favor in ways you never imagined. If today's breakdown opened your eyes to the strength that comes from healing, growth, and self-awareness, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss another video that elevates your mindset and your entire life. Thank you for watching, and remember, your strongest, most unshakable version is already inside you. You just have to unlock her.